We're standing here on the beautiful Dighton family land, which we purchased exactly 3 years ago, August 31st, 2000. And hoping to build a family home as soon as we can get our way through to the building permit. I'd like to give you a little description of the land. We have a plan here that shows the outline. Plan underneath. Oh, it's a bit windy here today, the day before Labor Day. Whoops, upside down plan. Okay. If the wind will let up, I just wanted to illustrate the perimeters of the land for my son, Bob Dighton III, who's helping me produce this wonderful video. And this is the outline of the land. And we're going to do a pan of the perimeter, but I'd like him to see it on the plan. This is our last revision, March 28th, 03, of the site plan to build the home. We have to the west Swift Beach Road. We own to the middle of the road. As far as I know, it's a private street. Wankinko Avenue, which borders the land to the north. And then there's another private road. It's a no-name road. We call it The Way. And then a little bit of private land owned by Mr. Boucher. And then we have the town pump house, which affords us the opportunity to have town sewer. And then to the south, we have a stream, which they're calling a drainage ditch, but it's a lovely stream with little fishies and crabs and so forth, and lovely, beautiful little spot for the young children. To our south and due south is what is now called the Wareham River, formerly the Wankinko River, and so comes the name of our area now, Wankinko Beach. And the distant views, we're going to pan also, looking to the south, which is the most advantageous part of the land, is the gorgeous view. We have two rivers that come together, the Wareham River and the Weweantic, and funnel through the harbor area, which goes out into the Cape Cod Canal. And if Rob would pan right a little bit, you can see the landmass of, well, one little landmass is the peninsula of Wareham. And then you see the landmass of Falmouth in the distance. And to the south of that are the Elizabethan Islands. And again, the opening of the Cape Cod Canal, which is full of sailboats today. Beyond that is Martha's Vineyard, which could be viewed from probably the second or third story building, which we're planning to build. And a little bit to the north, we see Marion. The flag is flying at the golf course in Marion. And then the beautiful treed area. And then we have a section of Wareham known as, I think of the name of it. Cremisa, excuse me. Cremisa. Okay, so we'll just stop it now. All set? Got one customer. Can you tell me when to start?
Starting.
Okay. As you can see, the property to the north, the west and east is surrounded by fencing. We're now oriented to the west, The fence is pretty old and kind of falling down, and we hope to replace it soon. The house directly to our west is owned by a family called Roy. It's an elevated house up about 14 feet above the ground. Very, very good neighbors. And then we have the house on the corner of Huanquinco. Huanquinco, great. Huanquinco and Swiss Beach Road. And this being the day before Labor Day, we're having lots and lots of people enjoying the sunshine. The house in the corner is owned by Susan and Jody Blaze. And if we peek around the corner here, we have a couple of more neighbors. This way a little bit so you can see. Then next to the Blaze's house is a house owned by a Tantaglia family. And then beyond that, I believe, I can't remember the name of the owner, but it's up Swiss Beach Road. I can't remember the name of the people. Anyhow, I believe they're cousins, the Tanaglias. And then on the very corner, you can see the young man coming down the stairs. That's another Tantaglia brother. And it looks like they're enjoying their house themselves today. And behind that is also owned by part of the Tenaglia family. And the house with the flag and the umbrella is owned by another family. All these elevated houses were at one time little cottages sitting on the ground, and my understanding is the hurricane of '91 destroyed them, so they rebuilt on these elevated foundations, which is required. Through this elevated house, you can see the house of Bruce Savageau, who was a selectman locally, and he really had a lot of time in his hands this summer, so he's running a parking lot out of his backyard. We will pin those signs a little bit.
Okay.
Situated on the 5+ acres of this wonderful property is a parking lot that has been in use at least since 1952. We have some aerial shots of the cars here parking in conjunction with the refreshment stand that used to be situated here. Now we have a camper temporarily through construction on a cement pad. We'll get a little closer view of that later on. And there was a refreshment stand, bathhouse, restrooms, and the people would come from all over the area: Taunton, Attleboro, Brockton, Mansfield, the Bridgewaters, and park here and enjoy the summer. As I say, we have so many visitors now who come and remember they used to come here as children. Their grandmother owned a house in the area, and they'd come here and have a good time. This is where a lot of people met their first girlfriend, or their wife, whatever. A lot of good memories about the summertime. We're just going to cruise through the parking lot here a little bit. As you can see, the invasive plants, Phragmites, and a couple of others that I can't pronounce,